Matthew, I checked the comments again for like the first time in 2 weeks.
Okay, were they good or bad?
Well, they were mostly good. No, they were all good. I mean, they all said nice things about us as they usually do. But one of them made me feel like maybe I should feel bad.
Oh. Well, what was it then?
Well, I think Mrs. Birdsong commented on the episode where we talked about Hayden getting demoted. And, we warned them that they should not listen. They should listen to smooth jazz and turn off the episode.
Yes, we did. We explicitly warned them. So you're saying she commented on the episode that we told her not to listen to?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she listened. I'm pretty sure they both listened.
Both?
Yeah, both.
Oh, this is not good.
I mean, I think it's okay.
Well, what did she say?
Well, they said that, yeah, smooth jazz, and they gave a shout out to the late, great Chuck Mangione, but I'm worried that maybe we were too harsh.
Well, who's we, buddy? You were the one that was harsh, not me.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I did say that whole thing about how sometimes they don't come back.
Yeah, exactly. I think you said that he wasn't coming back, that we may never see him again. You said that.
Because this is a lot of pressure, dude. I just said it because it's true.
Okay, well, are you at least going to apologize?
Apologize?
Welcome to Giant Cocktails, where the losses hurt, but the cocktails help. Here are your hosts, Ben and Matthew Henry.
Welcome to episode 317 of Giant Cocktails. Matthew, Willie Mays hit 317 in 1965 on his way to his second National League MVP award.
Not too shabby.
I think it's pretty cool, man. We're starting to get up into the numbers where the big boys play.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Like, well, we're just going to have a lot of Barry and Willie.
And Willie.
And Willie MC are going to be in them. And maybe a little Orlando?
Perhaps. We'll have to see.
Matthew, I know that there was something you wanted to say, in reference to listening to the show. Just shout out a little warning.
Oh, yes, I do. Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert, if you're listening, smooth jazz. I hear Chuck Mangione is a great alternative to our podcast. You might want to go put on some Chuck. Okay, just saying, Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert. Just saying.
Yeah, we just, we appreciate the downloads, but what you could do is you could just download the episode, but not listen. Because the stats, they don't know the difference. Unless you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, in which they are totally just snooping on every little thing that you click on and do. But if you're using just a random podcast tool, then they don't know. It's like the old web. It's the way the web was meant to be when it was invented.
Yeah. Enough with the banter. Let's talk cocktails.
That's fair. That's fair.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Bob, today I'm drinking a cocktail that I'm calling Red Hawaii. Why? Because it's red. And it's based on a drink with a similar name. And you can find out what that drink is at the end of the episode.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I am drinking a cocktail called the Southside. It's a classic cocktail. I've been saving it for whenever we play the White Sox, and then I forget and then I have to go a whole other season, and I'm tired of waiting. So I am drinking the Southside today, and I'll tell you all about it at the end of the episode.
That one has been sitting on our catalog for quite a while, and I was wondering why it was there.
I just think, oh, that would be a perfect one when they play the White Sox, and then I forget. As we do, right? We always forget.
I agree. You know what I should do though? You have a few that are just sitting in the catalog. One of these days, I'm just going to show up and I'm just going to present that as my cocktail.
That would be totally fair because at this point, it's like fair use. Like
yes.
the copyright has expired and now it's fair use. And
right.
Certainly,
folks, you cannot copyright cocktail recipes. They are formulas, and formulas cannot be copywritten, righted, dead, except the instructions portion because that's copyrightable text.
Oh.
But the formula part, no, can't be copyrighted. So I could steal Matthew's recipes whenever I want. Anyway, today is Sunday, August 10th, as we record this podcast. Our San Francisco Giants went 1-2 this weekend at home against the fearsome and mighty Washington Nationals. It was a close-fought series with nip and tuck all the way through.
I don't know about that, Ben.
The Giants restarted their home dominance by breaking a 8-game losing streak at home on Friday.
Now stop. Just don't say anything else.
It started a new streak, losing 2 in a row.
You had to go there.
And that's what we're going to talk about. Somehow, some way, we're going to talk about the Nationals series. But you know what? We figured it out. We found a way. We found a way to make this work. So we think you'll like it. We're going to talk about the Nationals series. And then we're going to talk about what is actually the topic of this show. And you already know what that is because we made it the title of the episode. And it is why you should keep listening to Giant Cocktails. And I know the default answer is the brotherly banter. But also we know that you don't all listen to every single episode religiously because sometimes you just can't. You just can't be reminded of the mediocrity that is the San Francisco Giants. And we are going to convince you why you can still appreciate the San Francisco Giants and their mediocrity. And even if you can't, why you should still listen to us. But before we do that, we have some tidbits to cover. We didn't actually talk about these tidbits, Matthew, and they are full of things that I just randomly put in here, and we didn't eliminate them.
Right.
Which ones do you
like?
like?
Some of them are going to be going into the first segment.
Correct. So which ones do you like?
I'll take Whiz and Hunt long balls for 10, Alex.
Weisenhunt? Okay. Weisenhunt long balls. Matthew, is this the thing? Is this becoming a problem? Because he gave up 3 of them. 2 of them back to back. And okay, the Wood one and the Josh Bell one, fine. But Forever Giant Paul DeYoung?
Yeah. It could be a problem, but it could also just be that he's young. And he's still figuring things out.
Right. You know who else is young, Matthew? Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens is young.
That's like big. You know who else is good? Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was good. You can't compare everybody to like the best.
You know who else is young? Landon Roop.
It's also his it's like second start, or third start now. I'm losing track. But I feel like we got to give him a little bit of leeway, but not good.
Not good. He's given up a lot of home runs, especially at home.
Which is
oddly
weird.
enough. That is weird.
Though I do want to piggyback on that. You said the home runs. Okay. So on that note, I watched a couple of the games and this weekend, and it was very nice weather at Oracle this weekend. And when it warms up, generally balls fly. And they had that little graphic with all the little arrows pointing around where the wind, and it never makes any sense like what.
I think all of the arrows are just pointing in a random direction.
And yeah. And Mike Krukow tries to talk like he knows what he's talking about, and he'll say, "Oh, today's a great day for hitting home runs." And he said that today, and he was right.
He said that for Sunday. Because
Yeah,
it was also true
Giants.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was true all weekend.
I think he said it on Saturday too, but you and I, as we will talk about later, were not actually watching or listening to the game, I should say.
Yeah, we weren't listening to the game. And even though we were watching it, we weren't necessarily paying attention. It was all Will's fault. Anyway, we'll get to that. Yeah, all right. Well, there you go. Those are our tidbits. I think technically that was a tidbit and a half. But
Tidbit and a half. We'll take it.
Yeah, that's more than one. Therefore, it's plural.
Ben, I did not think that on August 10th we would be talking about Kai Wei Tang being the highlight of a season, or of a series, I should say, yet here we are.
What are you talking about? Just a few weeks ago, you were all like, Ben, Kai Wei Tang is going to be a thing.
I did not predict that he was going to do well, and he pitched very well on Friday.
That's
right. And he got his first major league win.
He did. Kai Wei Tang finally lived up to Farhan Zaidi's expectations. It's all coming together for Farhan. Yes. No, Kai Wei Tang was brilliant. Five great strong innings after Gage served as opener.
Was it 5 or 4?
I'm pretty sure it was 5. I did a lot of research on this, Matthew. Survey says
5. You were right. Sorry. My apologies.
Thank you. For the record, folks, we paused the show for 13 minutes while we researched the game. We actually watched the whole game. We just watched Kai Wei Tang pitch for 5 innings. It was great. He was fantastic.
I would also say a little lucky. You know, when you have the bases loaded and nobody outs, you would expect that maybe some runs were going to score, and he got out of it. So kudos to him. But
he got out of it, and Rafael Devers helped make it happen.
Yes, he did.
You know,
apologies to Mr. Devers and his first base playing skills.
That's right. There's no problem. No, there's a total problem. We need a different first baseman.
Who could that be?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
That's
later in the show. Yeah, no. I mean, Kai Wei Tang was great, Matthew, but there were other things that happened in that game that were also good that I think we should talk about.
Well, the bullpen for one. We had a starter. I know Giants fans love those guys.
An opener, you mean?
I'm sorry, an opener. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We had the opener, and then Kai Wei Tang was the featured pitcher. Yeah, Matt Gage. You know, Matt Gage has actually been pretty good.
If I'm reading my stats right, he's got a 0 ERA so far this year.
Well, Matthew, that qualifies as pretty good.
That's pretty good.
You know, also what happened on Friday night, Matthew?
Yes.
Dom Smith, who's basically a dime a dozen. There's 30.
You
There's
can
30
buy
of these
30
guys.
of those guys really
You
cheap,
totally-
is what I remember you saying.
Yeah. I think I also said that he has he's like a ballerina rhinoceros. Is that the analogy that we made?
We did. We talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I also said that about him, and I meant that as a compliment. You know. Well, anyway, he extended his hitting streak on Friday night to 12 games.
Good for Dom Smith.
Good for the Giants.
Yes,
Okay,
good for the Giants.
Some of the time. Sometimes those hits come, and then other guys get hits, and then other guys get hits, and then runs score. Like, on the road trip, it happened like 3 times. So that was pretty good. Also,
Rafael Devers hit his 21st home run on Friday.
that's his 7th home run.
His 7th. I was trying to think of a way to spin that to where it would be like mutually beneficial, but no, you're right. The 7th home run. Yeah.
You know, back in the day, Matthew, that was actually true. Actually, his home run total would be 7 back in the day.
You know who else has had 7 home runs? Casey Schmidt has had 7. You know, the incumbent second baseman, the second baseman of today and the future, hit his 7th home run on Friday as well.
Yes, as I said on our last episode, I totally agree.
Also, when you scan the box score and numbers were jumping out and we're trying to find positive things, the Giants were 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position. And I know that doesn't sound great, but do you remember all those series where they were 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position? I certainly do.
I mean, 273 is a pretty good batting average.
Exactly. Right? It's way better than what we've been batting for the season. So, yeah, it was a good thing. 3 for 11.
No, I totally agree. I'm with you on this one. I don't know why you said it like that. Why we're trying to find positive things. They were just jumping off the stat sheet, Matthew. We had to bat them away with our tennis rackets.
That's true. And Ben, I love major league debuts.
Oh, well, if you love major league debuts, Matthew.
It is my favorite. I love that they rush the family to the ballpark. They give them these choice seats. They have the cameras aimed at the family for the player's first hit. They've got sometimes Amy G in the day. She doesn't exist anymore, but Amy G would come down and interview him. It would be I just loved the whole pomp and circumstance around a major league debut. And Drew Gilbert made his major league debut on Friday night.
I like that old man reference there. That was pretty good. The whole Amy G thing. That was nice. That was nice.
I love Amy G. She's from Sonoma County.
There's these people who listen to the show, Matthew, who don't know who Amy G is.
She only stopped broadcasting 3 years ago.
Matthew, the stats say that 8 to 9% of our audience is under the age of 22. So, and you know what their attention spans and memory spans are like. No offense, kids. Also, don't drink. Unless you're 22, in which case, do what you want. You're a grown arse woman. Yeah, that was pretty great. He made a fantastic diving catch. And now we should talk about game 2. Oh, what are you talking about?
I mean, it was a nice recovery that made it look really fancy, but
because you play left field, you play right field in San Francisco all the time?
I'm not saying that I could do better, but we give him a lot of credit for when he went back and then realized, oh shoot, I got to go forward, and then ran and then had to dive for the ball. Now, great athletic play, but it wasn't the smoothest play. And somebody I know, would have just made a straight beeline for the ball and caught it.
Okay, so you're comparing Andrew Gilbert to Mike Yastrzemski. Literally in his first game.
Of course, because that's who he replaced. Of course, that's who I'm gonna.
In his first game. No, actually, he replaced Gerard Encarnacion. Okay, that's who he replaced. And second of all, folks, the first time we had this argument, Matthew and I were literally standing in right field. No, that's not a joke. We were standing in right field, and Matthew was shooting off his mouth about this sort of stuff very well, which means we should probably talk about game 2.
Game 2. Dom Smith extended his hit streak to 13 games, Ben.
That's right. But we didn't see it.
We kind of saw it.
We could have seen it. We may have seen it, but I don't remember it.
That's because you and I were getting drunk in the Gotham Club. Shout out to listener Will for being our host and getting us in because, we're so cheap. We don't got those tickets. But he does, and he could bring a guest, and he reached out to us, and he's actually been reaching out to us for a very long time. And we finally made it happen, and we didn't die.
We didn't die. I'm more surprised that they didn't ask us to leave. They didn't escort us out.
I kind of felt like when they scanned my tickets, I thought one of them was going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, sir, you're not allowed in. And they were going to escort me out. I was pretty certain that was going to happen. And
then poor Will would lose his act. Yeah, it was going to be a whole thing. I thought it was 50-50. But you know what? It occurred to me. At what point did they ask us our names? They never did.
No, they never did.
That's right. And because we don't show our faces on our YouTube videos, we're cowards hiding behind our logo. They may not know what we look like. No, they totally know what we look like because we signed up for that face recognition thing, didn't we?
We did. We didn't have to use it at the Gotham Club, though. It was just...
no, we didn't. That's right, we didn't. If you go to the Gotham, if you pay enough money, people, they don't care what you look like.
Nope. And we didn't go to the bowling alley and we didn't go to the arcade because the cocktails were really good and we were just sitting at the table talking with Will, watching the game on a TV while the game was happening right behind us.
Yes, I agree. I really enjoyed the experience, and I am very thankful for Will for getting us in. The thing is that Here's the thing, Matthew. There's a reason why this show is called Giant Cocktails. It's because I really like the San Francisco Giants, and you really like the San Francisco Giants.
Yes. We also really like cocktails.
We really like cocktails, but that wasn't true when the show started. I really like cocktails, and Matthew really liked the name. And so, but now Matthew really likes cocktails, and so it's like.
I kind of lost track of how many cocktails we had. Do you remember how many cocktails we had?
I don't know how many you had. I do remember that I did not repeat a single cocktail, and I remember every cocktail that I had, so it was 4.
I had 5 because they messed up my last order, and then they gave me a free one. They let me keep the one they messed up. And so I double fisted the last one. And Ben, I had to sit in my car for like half an hour in the parking lot to sober up. Like I was like, I cannot drive. I got to just sit here.
That only occurred to me after we separated, after we parted ways. I was like,
Thanks for looking out for me.
yeah, whatever. Will was still with you.
Yeah, he said goodbye too.
He's like, yeah, hey, hang in there. Good luck. Pat on the back.
I did tell him that I was going to go sit in my car. So
good. And the funny thing is that extra cocktail that you got, you asked for a last word, and they made you a paper plane.
Which classic great cocktail, and it was very good. I just don't know where they went with that. Like they were like, "Oh, he wants a classic cocktail. We don't have green chartreuse. So let's just make him a paper plane."
I don't think that's how it went. I think it was just she just looked up the wrong thing. Like it wasn't, there was multiple people involved, and there was something lost in translation. But I was like, okay, so Matthew got a paper plane for free to double fist with his last word. Oh, this is the worst thing that ever happened to anyone ever. Those are like 2 of my favorite classic cocktails.
The highlight was that we did get to go out onto the field before the game.
I don't know that was the highlight. Okay,
it was a highlight. That's kind of cool. Got to stand underneath, the arcade right there on right field and look up 24 feet high and see the top, and it was pretty cool. And then the Washington Nationals players were warming up on the outfield right in front of us, and the warning track, folks, the dirt, very dark red, and
it
very
has a wet feel,
fine, like very fine dirt,
very grit, and it feels wet.
Yeah,
always. Yeah, the highlight for me, Matthew, first of all, was meeting Will. That was pretty awesome. I totally meant to ask him, are we the same or different than we are on the show? And part of me kind of hopes that he was going to say different, but then I'm thinking about how we behaved, and I'm thinking he's going to say the same.
Well,
so that was the highlight for me.
All right, before we go to game 3, though, Ben, favorite cocktail, which one was it?
Oh, I really liked their, honestly, I really liked the Purple 83, which I feel kind of bad about.
I did actually like that one a lot, too. But the Jarrito Margarita actually was surprisingly good.
That was very good. I also had the Pineapple Splash Hit, which was kind of meh to me. And then I also had the Polo Grounds Manhattan, which is Will's favorite. I hope I'm not giving that. Oh, did I just give away Will's PII?
No.
Will, if your password is Polo Grounds Manhattan, change it, quick. And then that was a very good Manhattan.
I had a number 24, which is a rye whiskey old fashioned. Mm-hmm. And I tend to like bourbon more in my old fashions, but it was quite good. It was a very good old fashioned. So
Matthew, we're going over on time here, but I think that's fine because like segment 2, it's pretty light. So I think we can move on. But first of all, thank you, Will, for inviting us to the Gotham Club. That was a fantastic experience, and we both enjoyed it very, very much. Especially enjoyed meeting you and your dog, whose name I will not disclose because I'm not Matthew. And hey, it was really cool meeting a listener for the first time. It was totally not scary at all, and you were not a mass murderer, at least that I know of.
Yep. We got out of and actually I was the one who spent one-on-one time with him, and I'm still alive. So I'm saying that he's not a murderer.
Right. Yeah. Okay, cool. So Will's not a murderer.
Listeners, if any of you else have like cool perks that you would like to invite us to, like, member of the Gotham Club, or I don't know, have a suite, or something, then just hit me up, DM me. And,
or hiring a software engineering manager. I'm throwing my hat into the ring right now, Matthew. I'm officially looking for a job. So if you have one of those, hit me up.
Hit him up. He's actually don't take this whole like giant cocktail persona. He actually does a really good job with the engineering thing. I promise.
And the managing thing.
And
I take both of those equally seriously.
You do. All right. Ben, game 3, Verlander struck out 3,500, his 3,500th plus batter.
Right. Yes. Folks, okay, this is game 3. We covered game 2, clearly. Now we're covering game 3. So yes, Verlander struck out his 35th 100 strikeout. It's the top 10 one, and it's in the top 10 of all time.
I love that the Giants fans gave him a standing O, and he tipped his cap and to everyone as he was coming off the field, and that's probably the biggest cheer he'll ever get from Giants fans.
Probably. They're only going to get smaller from here on out, even if he comes back to San Francisco. Yeah. Spencer Bivens, Matthew, he gave up one earned run. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. He gave up one earned run in 3 innings pitched. And that, my friend, is an ERA of 3.00, which will play every day of the year. So good job, Spencer.
Yeah. Doesn't help when your defense fails you behind you and you get 2 other runs. Yeah. We did get to see another Major League debut.
That's right. We did.
Christian Koss might be the best reliever in our bullpen, Ben.
You're probably right.
Got a 0 ERA. He's got a whip of 1.
Yep. He's the new Mike Yastrzemski since we trade away our full bullpen, right? We traded away our closer, we traded away our setup man, and we traded up our getting blown out closer. So at least we've replaced one of those guys with a really good pitcher. And another Major League debut that happened, Matthew. Jen Powell made her Major League debut behind home plate. She umpired 2 games on Saturday, but Matthew and I don't remember that because we were at the Gotham Club getting wasted. But she called her first game from behind home plate, becoming the first woman in Major League Baseball history to do so. Major League Baseball, good on you for having a woman at the top level of officiating in 2025. Wow, you guys are great.
You only got about 20 more to go before you get the NBA's level, you know?
Not to mention the NFL. But wait, that was in Atlanta she did that.
Yes. Anyway, but it was great. I actually, it was MLB's free game of the day. I zoomed in and watched it, and she did a great job. I mean, she had some nerves. First pitch was a ball. She called a strike. But other than that, I thought she did very well.
Well, her first punch out was also pretty bad.
Well,
they were basically the same speed, same pitch.
At least she's consistent.
Hey, rookies, right? Whatever.
That's right. All right, Ben, why should people keep listening?
Yes, it is time for segment 2. Matthew, are you aware that Los Angeles Dodger fans have this obsession with their team being cheated by others, and that really this is what they want? They want their team to be cheated so they can prove it and point it out?
No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. Focus.
No, we're not talking about. That's not.
That's an off-season discussion, Ben.
Off-season. Yes, you're right. No, that's right. The topic is why you should keep listening to Giant Cocktails. And the first thing is hope. And I know what you're going to think, that there still is some. And no, there is none. There is no hope. There is no hope. If there was hope, that's why you would keep listening and the segment would be over. But the point is, we recognize there is no hope. Okay, and Ben recognizes it. Matthew...
I want to have hope.
I know you want to.
I want to have hope. It's getting harder and harder to have hope. I don't know.
Bob?
Come on, boys. Let's hear a little optimism.
Sure, okay, let's hear a little optimism. Matthew, the Giants, of course, have a statistical chance of making the playoffs, but of course, so do the Colorado Rockies. Do the Colorado Rockies have any hope?
Not a chance, boys.
Exactly right. The Rockies have no chance, Bob. Why? Because the quality of their play has demonstrated that there is no possible way they can overcome the mathematical improbabilities of them making the playoffs.
Well, that, and then you look at the Giants' record over the last, since April, and there's really no reason, logically, to assume that the Giants are going to play any differently than they have over the last, 100 games.
I totally and completely agree. In fact, why don't we actually just look at the total stats that the Giants have for the entire season? Their record at home, 29-28. Folks, they only get worse from there. Their record on the road, 30-31. Their record against teams over 500, 31-31. Their record against teams under 500, 28-28. I predict that the Giants will finish the season at, but not exactly at, 500. And that is not enough to make the playoffs. So therefore, there is no hope.
I thought we were supposed to give them reasons why they're supposed to keep listening to us.
Well, the reason was that there's hope. And what I'm saying is that some of the Giants fans have already done the math, Matthew.
Okay.
This is mostly for you. We're doing this for you.
So you want me to keep showing up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I basically want you to keep showing up. Well, no, because, no. Well, if I wanted you to keep showing up, I wouldn't have done that. Because I know that you think they always have a chance.
Stranger things have happened, Ben.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
A little bit of hope. A little bit.
Yeah.
Just I'm clinging to it. I'm clinging.
That's a reason to keep your Netflix account, Stranger Things, in Thanksgiving. But anyway, no, yes, okay. But look. There are reasons to keep watching the Giants.
Even if they're not going to make the playoffs?
Even if they're not going to make the playoffs. And
okay.
if they, yeah, and yeah. Yes.
Well, this is true because I've been a lifelong Giants fan, and there have been lots of times that I've watched the Giants where they had no hope of making the playoffs.
That's true. That is true. Many, many times.
Many times.
One of those was in 1987.
Yes.
1986. In 87, they made the playoffs. In 86...
they lost 100 games.
No. In 86, they had the team motto, you gotta like these kids.
You gotta like these kids.
And they had all these young players, and they let them play.
All we need is some kids, Ben. That's what we need.
Well, we actually have some, and they kind of have been letting them do it. Elliot Ramos has pretty much proven himself to be a Major League Baseball player. Cool. Tyler Fitzgerald, they gave that guy a good 3.5 months to do the same. And he did not. Unfortunate. Disappointing. But the point is, they gave him the opportunity. They've also given significant opportunities to Hayden Birdsong, Landon Roop, who took it and has done a lot. Randy Rodriguez, Eric Miller, although I think both of those guys kind of proved themselves last year. But the point is, they leaned into a lot of young guys. But there's more young guys that they can continue to lean in on, including Andrew Gilbert.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Gilbert, I don't know how we can be more clear. Just turn us off. Smooth jazz.
All right, you think they're gone?
Yeah, I think they're
okay, because he hasn't gotten a hit yet. Do you think he'll get a hit at some point?
I honestly, yes, because first of all, the San Francisco Giants are not going to let that kid hang out to dry unless it's like 0 for 40.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been terribly overmatched. It's just he doesn't even have a walk. He walked a lot in the minors, and I think he's just got a little bit of nerves.
He's overeager. He's swinging away, and then they probably see that. Yeah, no, you're not going to send the kid down hitless. They're going to let him get a hit, and then they'll take it from there. But honestly, keep him out there. keep him out there. Once he gets more comfortable, and I would just let him. That's really what I want to see. I want to see them let everybody play. I want to see Casey Schmidt get no more days off. No more days off, Bob Melvin.
Christian Koss has got to play at some point, Ben. Oh, wait, he's pitching now. Never mind.
Yeah, that's true. He's pitching. Honestly, that's not wrong. That is a little bit of a conundrum. There's a little bit of a conundrum there with Koss, because he had one stretch there, I think, where I was pretty much ready for them to send him back down. But ever since then, the bug with him has been injuries. Same with Casey Schmidt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So I would like to see both of those guys get as much opportunities as possible, but let's give it to Schmidt, since a little bit younger and a little bit, I think a little bit higher ceiling on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So there's one kid you haven't mentioned, though.
Yeah, well, those are all. Yep. Nope. Haven't mentioned him because I don't want to get angry.
You're not going to mention the Eldritch Knight?
Free the Eldritch Knight! I mean, that's the question. Will he or won't he?
And I think if and when he shows up, that'll be your true sign that there's no hope.
That's true. He would have shown up if they were like in a desperate battle and had clear need for power.
Or if they're totally out of it.
And they're kind of worried about the fans not showing up in September. But here's the thing. My question is, why shouldn't he play? Like, he can play first base at the major league level. And I get it. It's higher pressure. But how much pressure is it really? Playing for a team that doesn't have a shot to make the playoffs in September. I mean, there's a reason why we have September call-ups. Let the kid play first base every day at the major league level. Let him get that fear and all that sort of stuff out of his system. It's not like he's going to hurt the team's chances of making the playoffs. There's no reason not to call him up, right?
Right. And I'm sitting here thinking as you're talking, do you know what position that one Buster Posey played mostly when he was called up for his cup of coffee in September before his true rookie season?
I don't know, but...
First base. First baseman. It was first base.
I kind of knew that the way that this was, because I'm not that dumb. But I heard it. Don't answer that. Yeah, there you go, Buster. Let the kid play first base. Just because he's 3 years ahead of you. Don't let that get to your ego.
Okay. Well, I was putting together some other ideas around why people should at least watch the Giants and come out. It's a great experience. Fans have been coming out. You don't want to miss the Willie Adames t-shirt night.
Oh, Willie Adames t-shirt.
Not to mention, yes, there is a Rafael Devers t-shirt night.
Whoa.
I got it. Kudos to the marketing team for jumping on that when they signed him. There's also a little known promotional night called Giant Prayer Night.
Giant Prayer Night.
Mm-hmm. They hand out rosaries and everybody prays.
Is that like a paladin? It's like a prayer night. It's a paladin, Matthew.
It's a prayer. It's like, do we have a prayer? Maybe if 38,000 fans pray, we do.
Actually, you know what? Now that you say that, Matthew, yes, please, as many as you can, go to that game. Go to that game and pray. I think that's where the playoff chances are right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, now that you mention it, this makes total sense. Yes. Go to that game. Well, Matthew, those are all reasons should not give up on the Giants, but I think that there's some better reasons why listeners should not give up on Giant cocktails, no matter what the Giants do.
Okay, lay it on me. What's one reason?
Well, we were having this conversation with Will, and Will made a casual, off-the-cuff statement that I thought was so brilliant. He said that I am just like Socrates and Plato, and I think what he meant was smarter than both of them combined. So, folks, listen to Giant Cocktails for the wisdom, not because Ben says so, but because listeners say so.
Yeah. Will, why did you have to say that? We're never going to hear the end of it now. Never.
Will, you're the best, dude. I don't. That was the best. That was the best. That was the best. That's probably not how you meant it or how it came out, but that's how I heard it.
Other reasons. Maybe people come for my folksy charm, Ben.
Wow, your charm is folksy.
I'm like the Mike Kruko of our little duo here.
Whoa.
That's right. I said it.
Well, first of all, no. But second of all, he is folksy.
He is.
Whoa. Wow. Got a new advert for Mike Kruko. You're nothing like him. I got another reason.
Okay.
I don't want to say it. You all know it. Bob's here.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, definitely. No. Oh, another reason. All three of us.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're all very good looking.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
Yeah, so keep coming back to the podcast because of that.
Yeah, and one of us has a nice voice to listen to.
That's right, I do. Welcome back to another episode.
Okay, let's end this one, though, with a little bet.
Okay, a bet. Yes. Oh, that's another reason to check in on the bet.
That's right. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a bet, and we're gonna check in on this every week. So I think, Ben, that the Giants, who are as we speak at 500,
Yes.
that they will end the season right at 500, because they are who we think they are. They are a 500 team, and that's where they're going to end the season.
I don't even know how this is possible. I didn't even know what the bet was going to be about or what you were going to say, and somehow you have played right into my hands. Man.
Oh yeah.
You were
What's your bet? What are you gonna?
You're such an optimistic fool.
Do you think they're going to be below 500 is what you're saying?
I don't think they're just going to be below 500. I think they're going to hit homeostasis.
No!
Right on the nose.
Oh, Ben, another homeostasis season?
Oh, yeah. Yes. It's happening. 2025, just like 2024.
Folks, if you're not familiar, maybe you just started listening. Last year, we coined the term homeostasis because the Giants seem to always be 2 games under 500. And so anytime that we're close to 2 games under 500, it is considered homeostasis.
Yeah, so the Giants will finish at 2 games under 500. They will be 80 and 82. And if they are not, I will drink a Negroni.
Okay. If they don't finish at 500, then I will drink a Negroni.
Holy smokes. Okay, what if they're 79 and like whatever?
Then we're both drinking Negronis.
That seems fair. All right. You heard it here first, folks. That's the bet. That's why you should keep listening to Giant Cocktails. Matthew, this show is like 70 minutes long already. I am going to have to edit out so much of my brilliance, it makes me hurt. Folks, if the show seemed odd and it was only me talking to a Matthew who wasn't there, well, now you know what happened. I edited him out.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, I mean, sometimes you say stupid things, but I will say this. I edit myself out way more than I edit you out. But that's because I'm constantly yammering. And Will can confirm that.
He can.
Will can confirm that. Yeah. All right, Matthew, it's time to end the show is what I'm trying to say. Our upcoming opponents. Oh, my God. Look, come on, dude. I already know the season's over. We don't need this series.
Well, how else are they going to get to homeostasis, Ben?
That is true. But I don't want it to happen. I just know that it is going to happen. I don't want it to. I want them to win the World Series. But I definitely don't. They're playing the Padres, all right?
I hate that the Padres are good.
Oh, shut up, Bob.
I do too, Bob. I hate it. They're 66 and 52, second in the National League West. And I'm predicting we'll win the National League West.
I think that's a good prediction. One, because I don't like the Dodgers, but two, it really feels that way.
It does.
Like, the Dodgers are like, there's been something wrong with their engine all year, and everybody was like, oh, it'll clear, it's fine. And I said a month ago, because I'm smarter than Socrates and Plato combined, that no, that's not the case. And I think everybody else is starting to come around and realize that I'm as smart as Will says I am.
Oh, Will.
I'm sorry, Will. It's never going away, dude. It's never going away.
Isn't it time for the booze, boys?
It is, Bob. It is. Do it.
What are you drinking, Ben?
Bob, I'm drinking a cocktail I'm calling the Red Hawaii. It's loosely based on the Blue Hawaii, not to be confused with the Blue Hawaiian.
I am confused.
No, I'm not going to explain that. What does the Red Hawaii have in it? Well, it has 1 ounce of strawberry infused vodka. And just like Matthew's watermelon syrup, I still have more.
It's not done yet?
It's not done yet. This is my 3rd cocktail. I think there's going to be 4. Then you take 1 ounce of white rum. But honestly, folks, you can use any regular proof rum or use an overproof rum. I don't care. But a white rum works quite well. Then you're going to take 1/2 ounce of Cointreau, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. You're going to put all of that into a shaker with ice. Shake it until well chilled, and then you're going to strain that over fresh ice in a rocks glass, and you're going to garnish that with fresh or candied strawberries. And I keep saying that because I have a jar of candied strawberries, which I've been using. And they've been very good. And that, Bob, is how you make a Red Hawaii.
That's a tasty cocktail.
Actually, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
What are you drinking, Matthew?
Bob, I'm drinking a Southside. Southside, don't really know the history of it, but it is a common kind of classic cocktail. It's very simple. It's a gin sour. It's got 2 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 ounces of simple syrup, and 5 mint leaves. You're going to muddle the mint and simple syrup in a cocktail shaker. Just tap the leaves to release some of the peppermint oils. And then you're going to add the gin, lemon juice, and ice. You're going to shake it until well chilled. And then you're going to double strain it into a chilled coupe glass because the leaves and the mint get all like fragmented. And then if you don't double strain it, then you get a lot of mint leaves floating in your drink. So double strain it, but you're going to garnish it with a fresh mint sprig. Give it a little slap to release some odors, and then just place it on the glass. So that's what I'm drinking, Bob. A Southside.
That's a tasty cocktail.
Really is, Bob. Not going to lie. And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for listening to us and continuing to listen to Giant Cocktails, no matter how poorly the Giants play. If you can't wait any longer to get your fix, feel free to reach out to us on the socials, where you can find us under the username @GiantCocktails. Don't forget, you can also subscribe and listen to us on YouTube and leave us comments and all that. You can also leave comments on Spotify. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on your podcasting platform of choice, namely Apple Podcast and Spotify. Ben, it's been great talking Giants with you. Until next time, cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Matthew and Will, for inviting us to the Gotham Club. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Giant Cocktails Podcast. Until next time, bottoms up.
I don't know, man. I'm going to have to edit a lot out. I think I'm going to edit out
Yeah, I'm saying you edit out the kids in the bathroom part for sure.
the kids in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You don't like the kids in the bathroom?
Not necessary.
not necessary. I think we went too long on game 1. You talked about Kai Wei Tang way too much.
Okay, then yeah.
It was so much Kai Wei Tang.
Just feel free to edit Kai Wei Tang.
Yeah. We're going to cut Kai Wei Tang entirely.
Okay, all right.
We're going to mention him, but then we're just going to cut him. Just like the Giants will. Don't do that, Bob. Don't be a little bitch.
I'm never forgiving Will for calling you Socrates and Plato.
It was weird because I kept telling him things like, hey, I don't really like Negronis. This happened when you were not there. And he says, yeah, I know. I was like, fuck, God, how did she?
Good job, Socrates.
Yeah. Yeah,
And then he still decided to anoint you as this brilliant philosopher.
Yeah, in retrospect, I think he was clearly thought that I would know that he was joking. And I think he knew that I did know. But I would like to think that he also knew that I was just going to ignore that.